Across every major faith, from east to west, there is a shared value of loving your neighbor. But in the face of changing climate, the call to love thy neighbor takes on new dimensions. What does it truly mean to care for what's around us? How far does that circle of compassion extend? For Pastor Deborah Lewis-Virges of St. Mark's Church, it's no longer about looking out for just the people next door.
When I think of the concept of love thy neighbor, I'm immediately taken to that Jericho road. That road where the man had fallen, had been beaten. How many people passed him by? And the biblical principle from it became, who then is your neighbor? In the city of East Palo Alto, my neighbor is everyone that is there. When the flood happened, it was incumbent upon us to be there for one another. And the reason was twofold. Number one, because we loved one another and we wanted to do it. But the simple truth of the matter is, help was not coming. So we had to do it. We have to be prepared to help ourselves, because that's all that we have when it truly hits the fan. In the city of East Palo Alto, I'm a part of a group called the Community Safety Team. The Community Safety Team is not the government. And we have a network in place that when disaster strikes, we're not waiting on everybody, that we can immediately mobilize and reach out to the most vulnerable in our community. The church recognizes who a lot of these people are, but it goes beyond the church. It goes beyond my role as a pastor of the church to my role as a citizen of the community. So my neighbor is anyone that is in need.
But for Rabbi Sheldon Lewis of Congregation Emeth, the definition of neighbor reaches far beyond.
Who is your neighbor? I want to propose that we open up that definition more than ever before, even beyond the human resident wherever he or she may live around the globe. And that is to include every animal species, the air and the water, and the earth itself, the ground on which we stand. All of them should command an ethical response from all of us. They don't all have a voice. They certainly don't have a voice like we do. They don't have consciousness like we do, perhaps. But they are part of the ecological interdependent community in which we all depend upon each other. We, human beings, we don't act like it always. We're the apex of those who live on this earth. And because of our consciousness, we have to be the spokesperson for every other species, for plant and animal, and the earth itself. So I'm playing for the biggest definition that we've had. In Hebrew, make that neighbor as broadly as we can possibly conceive.
Bhabna Banerjee for the Stanford Peninsula Press.